Hi, everyone. Today, I want to talk about building a relationship with your team and your employees and your peers and your bosses. I've been listening to the book called Radical Candor, which I highly, highly recommend. And I'm learning so much from Kim Scott, and there's so much reminder in that book, so many reminders in that book that I just feel like I want to pause all the time and go back and rewind it all the time. So let me share a few things. So first of all, she talks about building relationships and how important it is to build real, solid relationships in the workplace. And she worked in companies, like Google and Silicon Valley, massive, companies. She also has been leading her own startups, and she's got a lot of learning through that, right? So she kind of had this quote, and I will paraphrase that: if you think in your maybe ego mind, if you think that you can achieve amazing things, all your goals, the growth, expansion for your company or department, without having good relationships with people, you are wrong. This is what she said, and I totally agree. I must say, totally agree. Your A players will leave without solid relationships, without trusting relationships. Your even bad underperforming employees will get even more lazy and underperforming because of lack of relationship. So this is super, super important, and it always starts with the top. I sometimes meet leaders, CEO leaders who grow, their kind of corporation and different companies, and they start new companies, and they treat it all like projects. They throw people at it. They are so confident that when they throw money, people will come and they will work. And I heard that, like, in software development world, programming, it's only money that drives these people. So when I hear stories like that, I'm really going like, oh wow, right? Like, I wonder when this will crash, because at some point it will crash. There is no way that you will keep people, good people, loyal people who will think for you, who will deliver for you, who will serve your clients well, without that connection and strong relationship behind it, the real relationship behind it. Not that, you're my boss, I'm going to pretend I like you, I will post on Facebook a photo with you, and it's going to be great because I know you will like it, and we're just going to pretend like we're best friends. This doesn't give you loyalty of your employees, right? This is just there for a show. So what Kim is talking about as a radical candor, she has kind of this, four quadrants where she defines how it is. So if you can think of care personally being on the top, the axis, and then the other one is challenge directly. So she says when you do both of these, so you personally care about the employee or a boss, if you want to give feedback up, do you care personally about that person? Do you care about them, about their feelings? Are you empathetic to them? And then you challenge directly. So you really tell it as it is. You don't sugarcoat it. You tell them when they sound stupid. You tell them that they broke your trust, whatever that is. That is called radical candor. That is building relationships, because that builds trust, and that opens up the space to communicate openly and with honesty, and it gives this feeling of I'm being heard, understood, seen, and everyone wants that, right? So this is radical candor. Then when you move down from it, so you'll kind of have challenge directly but no care personally, you have what she calls obnoxious aggression. So you just kind of, oh, I'm gonna give you feedback, you've got a problem, you need to fix this, come on, this is not acceptable, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And you directly tell someone, you know, this is wrong, this is not how you do it, this is how you do it, but you're kind of missing the whole human aspect, and you're not really doing it from your heart, you're just kind of doing it to bash on them, right? So this is obnoxious aggression. This won't get you far. When you move to the other corner from, so you still care personally, but you are not challenging directly, she calls this ruinous empathy. So empathy that will ruin something, right? And it is really, really tough when you are a softie and you kind of this, you know, oh, you know, I love you, I like you, I want everyone to like me. By the way, it's driven by people pleaser, which means that I want you to like me because of me, not because of you. So it's very actually egotistic behavior. And I will not tell you the truth because it makes me feel uncomfortable. And you will never know that you are being seen as lazy or maybe sloppy. I will not tell you because I like you and I want you to like me. Okay. This is really, really bad because people can work years not knowing. And I always remember this one story. My ex-colleague was managing operations and she had an engineer on her team. And that guy was like the only engineer we had at the time. So everyone treated him a little bit like, you know, an egg you cannot touch, because if he gets upset, he will leave. Like there's no other engineers in this world. And everyone knew that he's being seen as lazy, too laid back, coming late, leaving early, not giving a shit, you know, about really what's going on, but just work and life balance and kind of chit-chatting and maybe doing the job when it's there, but overall, you know, just doing that job, kind of like the pilot in a, you know, prestigious airplane, right? I'm just gonna like do the plane thing, you know, I'm not gonna pick up trash if it's laying down, like I'm too important for that. And I remember that everyone knew that this is his behavior and everyone had seen that, but he didn't know actually. You know, I asked my colleague once, like, but does he know? Does he know that we all think this? No, he was not being told that, right? So maybe later he was being told that, I don't know. But the point is that, you know, it's very much hurting that person. There is nothing caring about that when you just want to keep it harmonious. And then moving to the last one, which is the worst, of course, it's when you don't care personally and you don't challenge directly, and that's called manipulative insincerity. So this is really this like, oh, I know you're like a bit an ass, so I put you in this bucket, so I'm not gonna even tell you, right? So you just behave like you behave. I'm just gonna silently disregard you and decline you, you know, and dismiss you. And this is really, really dangerous and also not inclusive at all. You know, whether we talk about diversity and inclusion, it's not inclusive to anyone. And it's just simply, you know, wrong. So I am really, really inspired by Kim's book, and I'm sure you probably heard of her before and maybe watched her TED Talk. I highly recommend you check her work and hope this helps you. And I want to encourage you and challenge you to step into that radical candor bucket and think about one person that you know that is not doing the job right. Do they know? Do they know from you what they need to be doing differently? Do they know? Think about a person that you know you should let go. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep them, or are you going to wait until they leave? What are you going to do? Everyone else is watching, right? You can give the biggest gift to a person by also letting them go, because they will learn from it and they will improve. But that should never happen without the proper feedback, coaching, and relationship, right? It should not happen without that. Not that we don't ever make mistakes, but just talking about what good looks like. So trust this is helpful. Please step up. Really, I mean it, step up, be the leader you would want to work for. And if you need help with that, stepping up, please reach out. This is what I do. This is my work. I'm really, really passionate about helping you create that leadership presence and build it within you so that you can actually lead and create the legacy that you will be proud of. So I leave you with that. Have a fabulous day and till next time.